Good morning. It's May 10th. It's about 7 o'clock. I've been up since 5:30. Had some breakfast and some tea and just in my zone with my books and my Bible, and I felt called. I do this just about every day, but I felt called to do it today just due to a situation I had, and it's been tugging on my heart. And it was at the post office with this woman, and she just came at me for no reason and then apologized after I didn't walk away. And I stayed there, continued with what I was doing. And after I finished, I said, "I hope you have a better day." And she said, "I'm sorry. I thought you were trying to be a, smart butt." She didn't use the word butt. And that's, my apologies. I said, "That's not who I am. Not everyone's trying to be, and I accept your apology." So I know people have bad days. I also know that the devil likes to attack through others. And so I've been in those situations where I have been provoked. I've allowed it to provoke. And if I know I'm going to go into a situation where that's possible, like my anxiety, it gets crazy, right? It's just like there's this fear and this, I don't know. It's like a feeling of, I know what I'm about to go against, and I don't know if I've got the strength to keep grace within me, right? That's the hardest part for me right now in life. And so I looked up the word strength, and a couple of its definitions are power to resist force and resisting attack. And I thought that was really beautiful, because a lot of times we think strength is, this overcoming, and it is, but not in a forceful way. This is saying to resist attack, to keep grace, to just be here, right? And not allowing the evil to provoke. So, and I've thrown a drink in someone's face for telling me I was too much to handle. And I have screamed and yelled because they were just being, you feel like you'd only have your limit, right? But the thing is to me, that's where I need work. That's where God can work in my life. Because no matter what's coming into my force, because there's always going to be something, that's not going to go away. It lives and breathes, and it's what's trying to take us all, right? So if I can remember, no weapon formed against us will proceed, right? It's not going to work. So anything that's trying to come at you ultimately is not going to win. But what happens is we get caught in it, and it's it does win in a way, because your kindness, your love for yourself and for the other person goes out the window. And it really should stay in focus, and that's the whole point. And there are these difficult times, right? And we don't understand why they come in. And I'm making reference to something, a post office and an ex-boyfriend, but there are larger scale things, and sometimes they feel really large even though they're small, because you're not feeling well, or you're really stressed, or you don't know when if you're going to be able to pay for your bills. And so if anything comes on top of all of that, it just breaks. And it's But I was reading something, and this is what I wrote, and I said, "Be thankful for the difficult times. That is when I have become closer to God. He uses those moments. You're being rescued from a life of idolatry, self-reliance," right? We rely on ourselves for money. We rely on ourselves. We think that we're the one that's actually doing it, and we're not. We're not the ones that are providing the opportunities. He is. He's the one that's providing it for you. And then for you to use that to benefit others. And so if we completely rely on ourselves to get through the day, there's no way that you will. So, and any times I get stressed like that, or here recently, I just call out Jesus' name. I'm like, Jesus, I need you. Like, Jesus, hold my hand. Jesus, be with me. Because I don't want him to win. Like, I don't want you to win. You're not going to take from me my grace and my spirit and my love. But when you're in that situation, I mean, I can almost like feel my insides shaking and heating up. And either I'm going to punch you in the face or I'm going to run away and cry, or maybe both. And that's just not how it should be handled. But isn't that crazy that someone can react that in you? And that's the devil. That's evil. That is what that person has no idea, but they're in themselves making this whole exchange happen where you're not relying on God and putting him completely out of the picture, when in those moments you should call on him and say, God, I need your grace. Like, I'm being overwhelmed right now. I've got fear, I've got anxiety. This person wants to come at me. I don't want to come at them. What do you do? Right? So I feel better about it. I got to go back to the post office today because she didn't give me my stamps. And I've kind of been like, okay, how am I going to handle this situation? You know, if you're returning to the scene of the crime, I've done that a few times. It's like you don't want to deal with it because it just brings up all of this. You're not enough. You can't do this. They're going to come after you. This, you know, these are the things that are going in my head. They're going to make you feel scared. They're going to make you feel threatened. They're going to take you down. Like, these are, right? And so after reading all of this, and again, this is a small scale, but it's still real emotions. It's still something that I know I'm going to have to face. And it's a teachable moment for us both. So I'm going to go in there with my smile and my grace and extend kindness just as I did before, and know that God always wins, and to stay calm and remain in my strength and get through the day. I hope you guys do too, and I hope you have a good weekend, and I'll talk to you soon.